Amanda Caviston with us here on the Mendola Show. We're talking Lakeland girls basketball. Let's talk about this year's team ability to fight. You're down 2 points, you're down 10 points. This team just keeps going. They have a lot of heart. Talk a little bit about what you're seeing on your eyes from the bench.
We're really happy with this group of girls. The last few years, we've had. They've been rebuilding years, and this year we finally have a strong group. We have 20 girls. Previous seasons we had like 13, 12 girls a team, but this is 20 with JV and varsity combined, which is nice, and it's a really nice group of girls to work with. They're all very hard workers. They put a lot of work in during the off season, and it's paying off this year because right now we're 7-7, but in previous seasons, 2 seasons ago we were 1-21. And then last year we were 7-16, so we've come a long way, and that's from all the work that they did in the off season.
And sometimes, success isn't always by wins and losses, but nonetheless, the general public may look at it that way. So, talk about the wins, whether the season goes your way or doesn't go your way between now and the end of February. Talk about what do you think this team is winning at, whether it's at practice every day, in games, what you're seeing.
I think this team's winning just by the culture they created as a group. Previous seasons, we had a lot of issues with just not really buying into the system, and this year I couldn't be happier with just their efforts and their attitude, and I think personally they're having a lot of fun playing together. You could see it on the court. Their chemistry is nice. The last few years, we kind of just had to depend on Kobe White as our main scorer, and this year we have 4 scorers, and I'm still waiting for them to put a game together where they're all standing out, but it's nice to have a team where you get multiple people in double digits, and we haven't had that in years. So this year, Skylar Arndt, Kobe White, Addie Perino, and Angelica Novak, they all score for me, and no matter what the game is, you don't know who's going to step up, but someone always does, and it's refreshing to have a group of girls that you can count on like that.
We've seen it all pretty much before, father, son, mother, daughter. There's been a couple of combos of husband, wife. The Foxes or somebody I can think of, maybe at Riverside, them coaching at softball. Hasn't been too many combos. We'll talk about how you get it done with your husband as a coaching tandem.
You know what, people say to me, like, I do, like, I've had referees and I've had coaches say to me, like, I do this because I want to get away from my wife, or I want to get away from my husband.
Sure.
And in all honesty, like, this is what we agree on the most. We both have the same philosophy. The things that I don't do a good job at seeing, he does a great job. For example, like, if we're scouting other teams, my job is to look at the big picture. He does a better job of looking at individuals and like individual stats and individual play, and I'm looking at team play. We make a good team coaching wise. And
I'm sure sometimes it could be difficult because you're together, and
right.
Sometimes when you're with a coach,
we don't know. And sometimes it's hard to turn it off. Like
sure.
you got your coaching life, your married life, but we got a pretty good well balance going, and we're having fun. This is the most fun I've ever had coaching, and I contribute that to the girls that we have, because the chemistry that we have this year with these girls, it's refreshing to be in the gym with them. Everybody's happy, everybody's smiling, everybody's working hard. Win or lose, we're still having fun.
We're getting into late January now, and between now and the end of the season, what are some things you think still could happen or that you would like to see happen with this team? And hey, if we do this, we might be able to get a win or two that we didn't think we were going to get towards the end of the year.
Like I said earlier, I'm still waiting for everybody to be on. Like I'll have 1 or 2 on. I know if we get all 4 of these girls you're about to interview on, we could make a statement and upset one of the 4 teams that just kind of beat us up with the last week. We had a rough stretch last week with 4 losses. We were going into it 7-3. Now obviously we're 7-7, but we get to play them all again, and we know what they're all about. And I know that these girls are willing to work to make somebody upset somebody. That's the goal. So.
Well, it's great to catch up with you. Great to hear what you're doing with the ladies at Lakeland, and we wish you the best the rest of the way.
Thank you.